I do not care about Manga Deluxe editions, and I'm going to tell you why. Over the past couple of years, Manga Deluxe editions have taken the industry and the market by storm. I mean, you see these things everywhere. You see them in people's collections, every single manga haul you seem to see one. My Barnes & Noble has like an entire shelf just with deluxe editions. And it seems like series such as Berserk, Blade of the Immortal, and Hellsing, these deluxe editions have become staples in everybody's manga collection, except mine. And believe it or not, I actually get asked pretty frequently about certain series on my shows like Berserk and Blade of the Immortal. Why do you have the singles? Why not just buy deluxe editions? You should totally swap them out for deluxe editions. Now obviously I'm not the only one who doesn't have deluxe editions in their collection for one reason or another, but today in this video I'm going to give all of the reasons that I just do not care about buying manga deluxe editions, or probably ever will. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more manga videos just like this. Also leave a comment down below telling me what are your thoughts on deluxe manga editions. Do you have any in your collection? Do you not have any? What are the reasons that you enjoy them or don't like them? Let me know in the comments. But with all that being said, without any further ado, I say we get right into the video so I can plead my case about not liking these super popular deluxe editions. Alright, so the first thing I want to immediately get out of the way, because there's going to be that inevitable comment or two saying, "PromG, how are you going to say you hate deluxe editions if you don't even have any?" And to answer the question, obviously I've had them in hand, I've flipped through them, tried reading them on a couple occasions, but after having the experience of flipping through and trying to read a deluxe edition, there are several reasons that I'll now get into of why I do not have any in my manga collection. The first pretty obvious one is that these books are just heavy, cumbersome, and uncomfortable to read. Now, personally, everyone reads manga and books differently, but personally the way I do it is 90% of the time laying down. I really don't know what it is, but I've never found reading sitting up comfortable at all. Something with like craning my neck or my back. Part of that may be my subpar posture I've developed, but you know, nobody's perfect. And when you're holding a deluxe edition manga, I just cannot envision any comfortable way you would read that laying down. I mean, if you're holding it like this, that is heavy. That is a lot of strain. Basically, the only ways I've ever heard of people reading deluxe editions are either sitting up in their lap, or you have to actually put it on a table and read it like this because it's so darn heavy. And that kind of leads into the second reason that I don't have any deluxe editions in my collection. That is simply because I don't think my shelves could handle them. Now, if you've watched my past manga collections, then you'll probably notice that I don't have IKEA Billy bookcases, which are, you know, the manga tuber, manga collector standard. They're sturdy, hold a lot of books. The shelves that I actually own are the $35 Target 5-tier shelves, which are not quite as sturdy, but have served me well. But I just know that if I had one of my shelves lined with Berserk Deluxe editions, that thing would be looking like a V in a matter of days. And obviously that's not really a fault of the deluxe editions themselves. Obviously they're gotta be heavy. That's 3 volumes in one. They're massive with leather binding and all that stuff. Of course they're going to be heavy, but just for my personal collection, not really feasible. Moving on to the third reason I don't have any deluxe editions in my collection is more of an aesthetic reason, and that is because you lose out on some beautiful cover and spine art. Now obviously when you're looking at deluxe editions, specifically the Dark Horse, you know, Berserk, Blade, and Hellsing ones, they are all uniform by series, meaning they have basically always the same covers and the same spines. But when you take a look at these same series in their single versions, the covers are one of the coolest parts about the releases. Obviously, Berserk, you have some amazing artwork drawn by Mira in full color, and while Blade of the Immortal does have some original cover art in a very small rectangle on each cover, you're still only getting a third of the brilliant full color catalog of amazing artwork by Hiroki Samura. I mean, you're just missing out on having those beautiful covers to look at in your collections, which is obviously one of the best parts about having a physical manga volume in your collection in the first place. Alright, so moving on to this next reason, I already know this one in particular is going to make some of your guys' eyes roll, and I kind of understand. But the next reason I don't have any deluxes in my collection is because it seems like everybody else has them in theirs. Now, one thing that I really pride myself about in my personal collection is that I have a lot of stuff that just not a lot of other people really have, which makes my personal collection unique from everybody else's. And for the record, this isn't me saying that, you know, my collection is better than yours because I have Berserk singles and you have the deluxes. That's not what I'm saying at all. Just for me personally, I enjoy having the more unique editions of the said series. And as time has gone on, specifically in these past few years, the more standard thing to do is to buy the expensive deluxe edition of these series instead of the singles. I mean, if you go on the manga collector subreddit, you'll see people who have just started their collection, yet they already have the Berserk deluxe editions, like a huge investment, but that's just kind of the default way to collect the series nowadays. And obviously you can collect how you want, collect whatever edition you want, but just seeing every single manga collection have these Dark Horse deluxe editions just does not excite me whatsoever. What does excite me is if I see another person with a full set of the beautiful Rainbow Blade of the Immortal singles that are not easy to track down. You know, that is just something that you do not see as often, and whenever I see those singles, for example, in somebody's collection, it just makes me smile because it's so unique. And lastly here, I'm going to throw in two additional things really quick that I can't really make like big points of. The first thing is that I just don't really like reading hardcover books. I really don't know why, but I'm sure a lot of you guys will agree, but just the feeling of bending a paperback, being able to mold it in your hand in all different kinds of ways, just improves the reading experience for me personally. And I've also seen a fair bit of posts about poor quality control with these Dark Horse deluxe editions, you know, things with the spine being all off-centered, pages being really lightly inked or just completely off-center, like weird formatting. And obviously single volumes are super prone to these quality control issues as well, but in my singles, I don't have any of these issues, so I am perfectly fine with keeping them. So in conclusion, those are all of the reasons that you will not see manga deluxe editions in my collection for the foreseeable future, unless of course something like Gantz gets printed, fingers crossed. But I just want to go on the record so nobody's confused, I am 100% for publishers putting out deluxe editions of their series. Whether it be a new edition for an imprint series like Berserk that gives, you know, blown up artwork and a better reading experience for some people, just not me, or taking a long out of print and super inaccessible manga series like Trigun and Trigun Maximum and putting it into a new, more affordable imprint edition, I think that is great. So many manga readers love picking up and reading these deluxe editions, and I can totally understand why. Obviously, with the artwork, you get that nice leather cover that just feels so good in the hands, I will admit. So I'm all for publishers cranking out these deluxe editions, hopefully series like Astro Boy, Lone Wolf and Cub, maybe even Eden and Gantz get deluxe editions so more people can access them and read them and enjoy these amazing series. But me personally, I'll probably just stick with the singles. But anyways guys, that's going to do it for this video, giving my opinions on manga deluxe editions. Make sure to leave down in the comments below your opinions on this matter. Do you love deluxe editions? Do you really not care about them like I do? Or are you kind of somewhere in the middle? Of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more manga videos just like this. So yeah, this has been ThePromG. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And as always, hope to catch you in the next one.